Welcome back to NTV News First Edition. While no one enjoys getting a needle, some people experience extreme needle fears or phobias. It's known as trypanophobia. And has needle fear prevented you from getting the COVID vaccine, for example? Well, there is new help available, and Dr. Janine Hubbard is here to discuss all of that in this week's edition of Get Psyched with Dr. Janine. I should tell you up front that I don't like needles. Well, who likes needles? But I'm kind of afraid of needles.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know anyone out there who likes needles, who enjoys needles. It's kind of thing that we tolerate at best. And yes, the irony is I provide lots of counseling with people on how to get needles and blood work, and I'm still the, just tell me when you're done. So again, it's not something any of us enjoy, but we accept that it is an important part of our lives, and this year more than ever, it's an extremely important thing to, put up with and get through.
So people are feeling pretty fearful of needles. What kind of help is there?
Well, I am beyond excited to talk to people about this today because the psychologists of Newfoundland and Labrador have stepped up. And what we've said is we know there's a concerted effort to try to increase the vaccination rate, and we never ever want fear to be a reason why someone is avoiding it. So we have psychologists who are offering up their time to offer a free one-time session with anyone who is feeling fearful of needles and thinks that they would like some extra help. Because we've talked about needle fear before, and there are a lot of people who've been able to manage their fears. But what this will do is target some individual strategies and kind of really get an understanding of, well, what perhaps are some of your past experiences, what worked well, what didn't work so well, and then really work with the individual to develop a coping strategy and a plan moving forward.
So what are some of those general strategies that people can use to help with these needle fears?
The number one thing I can say is practicing what you're going to do when you're there. And the spaghetti arm, the deep breath and the spaghetti arm are hands down the number one technique to make sure that you're feeling nice and relaxed. But a lot of it is understanding your coping style. As I said, I don't want to see it. There are other people who need lots of preparation, lots of knowing exactly what step is going to be involved. Maybe they need to rehearse it. Maybe they need to practice the steps. We have some people who we need to look at what happened in the past, explore what are the specific things about the activity that they are afraid of, and kind of address some of those concerns. So it's really breaking it down in terms of that preparation, and then figuring out what distraction technique works best for me. Some people, it's the, go into the session and tell whoever's giving you the vaccine, look, just tell me a story. Talk to me about anything at all. Just help distract me. Other people might put in earbuds and listen to music, or even literally be, like watching a video. Whatever works for you, but figuring out before you get there what coping techniques you want to use.
It's funny that you mentioned tell me a story or talk to me, because when I went to have my COVID vaccinations, I've had both, of course. Each time I explained to the nurse that I had a fear of needles, but that I like it when people talk to me. I mean, who would think that I would enjoy talking? So without missing a beat, and I didn't even realize it was happening, the nurse said, wow, your hair is so lovely today. What did you do? So I went through the whole process, and then she said, you're done. And I thought, well, aren't you sneaky?
Yep.
But it worked really, really well.
And so if you can identify that ahead of time, and if you're really nervous, put it in writing, put it in your phone, so that if you get there and you're feeling really tongue-tied, you can hand it and go, these are my coping strategies. Please use these with me. It's all, and I can guarantee you that the staff are amazing at accommodating any of those supports. They want to have it be as positive an experience for you as possible.
Okay, well, Dr. Janine Hubbard, thank you so very much for coming in. Fingers crossed that you've helped so many people tonight. I think you have, and we'll probably hear about that. And if people want more information about these strategies or about where to get help, how can they find that again?
The easiest is to send an email to info@apnl.ca. Let us know your name, your age, your email, and your phone number, and we will connect you with a psychologist psychologist, or if you just have questions, that certainly works as well. And I'm hoping we're also posting the phone number. So again, if that's easier, call and leave a message. It may take a couple of days for somebody to get back to you, but you know, we're rolling this out. We're really excited. We've never done anything like this before. So, you know, we're hoping it's going to be helpful.
All right. Well, thank you so much again for coming in.
Thanks, Tony.
The COVID-19 crisis is